Going live. You're live. Hello, everybody. This is Elijah Keating from wisdomseekers.net. And we are doing a live interactive for 1 hour, starting from 7:50 Pacific time. One question per person. And if you donate any money, could you please put the question with the donations because we lose it otherwise? And hi, we already have people on. Wow, that was quick.
Also, I'm not in the same room as my mother today, so let us know if you can hear.
Or there's any feedback or anything. Because my daughter is babysitting my other daughter's children, and they're in another city. But I don't know how to do this on my own.
So let us know if you can hear me, and if not, I'll try and speak as loud as I possibly can, but...
Well, there are a couple of questions already, but I haven't seen whether anybody can hear or not.
It doesn't look like they're saying they can't hear me, so yeah, they're saying I'm clear. So...
Elantra says that we can hear you very clear.
All right.
Okay, then I'll move my speaker a little closer. Yeah, she's got a really strong voice. Okay, there's a whole bunch of questions. So we'll go back and start at, hi, Angela. We're good.
Yeah, so hold on. Ashley S. says, hi. Alantra Cook says, hey. Tati Torres says, hello, good to see you. Angela Preston says, hello, how are you guys? Gabby Kovalenko says, how will I meet my first true love? Thank you.
Let me start there. Gabby, right?
Yeah, Kovalenko.
So I'm seeing mountains, and it's like you're daydreaming about and you're sitting in this valley with the mountains, all beautiful mountains all around you. And I suspect you're either sitting in a restaurant, or you're out hiking, or you're dreaming about doing something fun and romantic. And you're not actually paying attention to what you're doing. And you just sort of trip over each other. So if you like hiking, now is a really good time to get out there and hike. Depends where you are. Your name's from Middle Europe, but that doesn't mean anything nowadays. So, and I know in Middle Europe they have a lot of beautiful mountains, but they also have a lot of beautiful mountains around here too. So if you like the outdoors, or you like just to go out and have coffee in a really nice restaurant, and it does look like it's an outdoor patio actually. Go out and have fun, basically, is what the vision is telling me. And you're going to meet that very like-minded person, actually, while you're having fun or enjoying life, I guess would be more accurate than saying having fun. All right. And it appears to be relatively soon, to be honest. And I as I say, I'm not great with time, but it does appear to be soon. Okay, next one, hon.
Elantra Cook, does Marquis see a long-term relationship with me?
Marquis. I think we're pronouncing that name wrong. I'm pretty certain of it.
I think you might be right, but the way Elantra wrote it last week, phonetically, it was 2 E's.
Marquis. So. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
You can actually back off from your speaker just a tiny bit. You are quite clear.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Okay. He really, really likes you. And at this point, his intentions are extremely honorable. Unless something happens, yes, he does envision a fairly long-term relationship with you. But from what I'm picking up, it's still early stages. You haven't known each other long enough to know whether or not you both can't like each other. Because the first little stage, the first little while, it's kind of you're on your best behavior. So wait until you get off your best behavior, and then see if you want to have a long-term relationship with him. He feels like a really nice human being, and I do think he would like to settle down and have children. All right.
Next question.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Tati Taurus or Tati A asks, how will Anthony react to seeing me on Saturday? Still haven't talked to him over 6 weeks now.
He'll be a little nervous. And after he quits being a little shaken up, and it might take him a good half hour or 40 minutes to relax. And maybe a couple, if you're at a party, maybe a drink or two, then he will come over and chat you up. And I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he just walks over and starts talking to you right away. But he knows, every man knows when they haven't called a woman, that it's that there's going to be a little bit of discomfort, and he's quite aware that he hasn't called you, and he knows he should have. So he doesn't harbor any ill will towards you. He's just a tad. He's not even lazy. He's preoccupied. There's something occupying his brain that he just lost time. And then when he realized how much time had passed, he didn't know how to go forward. So it's not that he doesn't like you or something like that. It's simply that there's something big on his mind right now. Maybe it's work. Maybe he's got some project that's going on or something like that he just lost track. It's not huge. I don't want to make it sound like it's really huge, but there's a part of his heart that's quite taken with you. It's not like it's the whole heart. It's just part of his heart. But that doesn't mean it won't grow. And I feel that if you handle it well, the meeting, that this part can grow. Don't be submissive ever. Men don't like that, and they're not very nice when you are. But be confident and secure, and act like you didn't care that he didn't call. All right? If he thinks that you cared, then he's not going to be as interested in you as that. But if you act like no big deal, I have a lot of other fish to fry, then he will be more interested. It's because of the instinct, for the hunter-gathering instinct of if it's a little bit more work, it's a little bit more interesting. All right, so don't make it easy, but be extremely nice. More unwanted advice, right? It just happens to work, though. I know, because I've done this for many moons, and I've had the same kind of questions many times.
Lakshmi asks, hello, shall I go talk to the boss, a lady, right away for work, or wait. Thanks as always. And she added a $2.99 super chat donation.
Oh, thank you, Laperna. Actually, it's better to talk to your bosses sooner rather than later. Well, that was the first thing. It just popped in right away. There's a little bit of frustration on their end. So the more they know what's going on from your perspective, and make sure you have all your ducks lined up in a row. You know, you've got all your talking points lined up, A, B, C, and D. And again, don't be submissive, but don't be aggressive. It's that fine line in between that always is the best approach for just about anything, to really. Your bosses are a little bit, and the energy I'm getting is skeptical at the moment. After you explain, they will be a tiny bit more understanding. But again, they are bosses, and their bottom line is money, not human beings. So good luck on that.
Next question comes from Ashley S. She asks, will me and my ex Julian reconcile this year?
Okay. Julian is actually kind of interested in reconciling. But when I asked you the same question, you're not as keen on it as you think you are. You realize that the situation that went down was not a positive one, and he'd have to prove himself a great deal. Julian is actually interested, but very tentative at the same time. He doesn't actually seem to know how to deal with you correctly. He says every time I try an approach, it seems to be the wrong one. But there is an energy or a draw between the two of you, so it definitely is not over whatever the situation is. I can't promise you 100% that you will get back together, but I can promise you there will be more interaction. So make sure you know exactly what you want, and if you really want him, be firm, be polite, be courteous at all times, but don't bend over and let him have his way. Okay?
Angela Patterson asks, just wondering, what is the nature of me and Terry's connection? Are we twin flames?
Close to it. You're not actually, it doesn't appear that you're actually twin flames, but you have a lot of similarities. It's like the energy when you came through to this side of to this dimensional shift energy is very, very closely related. And you have spent a great deal of time together. And it's really funny. The image they gave me was two people in flames shaking hands, but not quite twin flames. So he feels very nice and comfortable, and you feel really good. If it's not twin flames, it's fine. You will work together very well. there's enough similarities that the two of you could make things into a really decent life together.
Yeah. There's a couple of super chats, so I'm just going to knock them out of the park. Maria Herrera asks, any message from spirit guides? Thank you. With the $2 donation.
Thank you, Maria. Well, it's your mother or your mother's mother. She's come in and she's chattering away a mile a minute. She's extremely excited. But just let me get her to slow down a bit. I can't follow her. She's very excited. She wants you to know, first off, that she's showing me a cup, and I'm assuming it's tea, but it could be coffee. And she says, first thing in the morning, when you have your first drink of the morning, coffee or tea, and you just take that first deep breath as you wake up. She says, I'm always there with you. I'm always whispering in your ear, telling you what you should do for the day, how it should work. And she basically says, I'm always there with you. And she's very excited. She's very excited that about your young man learning how to talk to the other side, because she has so many things that she and your father, your grandfather, I think it's your father, right? Your mother and your father, they have to talk to you about. And there's an aunt in there as well. They have a lot of messages and support. They want you to know that you're never, ever alone, it's common, right? People who love you, they want you to know that you're never alone. You never need to feel lonely. And shows me a sign. It's dark outside, and there's a street light burning, and it says, when you look out the window at night, don't worry so much. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to help. And whether or not it helps, they show me a sign of getting by. Not always greatly, but you always will get by. They will always make sure you get by. Okay, good luck, Maria.
The next one comes from Mimi with a $1.99 donation. Thank asking, you, would Andrea rehire me if I asked her?
The chances are probably yes, but you'd have to. She can be a little bit pig-headed or domineering. I'm not quite sure what energy I'd put that under. We might have to be very, very polite to get the job back. But she does recognize that you are actually a very good worker. But her nose is a little bit out of joint for reasons. Maybe that you chose to leave the job in the first place. I'm not sure. But she hasn't got anybody to do the job you did as the same way you did it. So the potential is very high, yes. It might cost a little bit in pride.
The next question comes from Kesha W. She goes, hello, will Patrick contact me soon? And what advice will you give me going forward with the connection with him? Thank you.
So none of the guys are on the fence this week. Thank God. Last week they were all sitting on a fence. Oh, okay, Kesha. Okay, it's not going to be anytime really soon. Might be before the 4th of July. Patrick is a tad arrogant at the moment. And maybe he always is. I'm not sure. If you hear barking, it's just my dog. There's people outside and he's not sure what's happening. He's not 100% sure what's happened. That's the dog, not Patrick. Patrick is, as I say, he's a tiny bit arrogant or full of, it's like he's a little bit cranky. And that might not be his regular way of being. In fact, I don't think it is. It just feels like he feels really uncomfortable with something. It's like he's too hot, or maybe he's might be that at this moment he has a flu or something, but he feels hot and sticky and he's uncomfortable. And because of that, he's really cranky when I'm talking to him. I don't think that's his normal behavior. Let me see if I can find out. I think he may contact you. He doesn't give me a time frame. Again, go out and live your life rather than waiting for him to come around, because you'll be sitting for probably a couple of weeks. God willing, I'm wrong. And because he doesn't feel anything negative towards you. It just, again, there's other things that he's got on his mind. It might be that he's planning to take a short vacation or something like that, and that's on his mind. He's just thinking about everything under the sun. His mind is going beep 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 beep. So it's not that he doesn't think about you. It's just he thinks about everything else as well. I can't promise you that he's going to call anytime soon. He does like coffee, though. I don't know if he likes drinking it, but there's something about coffee that would get his attention. So I think it's not coffee so much as if you brought him something. I'm not sure, like I say, what it is, but it's the act of remembering who he is and what he likes. It might be that he likes bear claws over coffee, but the act of bringing him something, and not a huge something, a small something, so he doesn't feel embarrassed. So it has to be sufficient, but not a great deal. So if you know where he works or know where he lives, and you've got that kind of relationship, get a box of bear claws or whatever he likes, and take it over to him and have a coffee date with him, an impromptu coffee date that you plan out very, very carefully. He likes it when people think of him, but in a way, not big expansive things like footballs or cars or something. He likes it when you think of him in the everyday manner, and show that you care. It's the showing that you care that is important. And that was really rambling. I apologize. Good luck.
The next question comes from Crystal T. She asks, "What do you see in my love life?"
I see you in the near term. I see you appearing to be extremely happy and dancing on air. And I apologize for my puppy. Hey. Dancing on air, and you look very happy. Whether it's a summer romance or it's a long term, at this point, I would go with summer romance, but it's fun and enjoy it. And if it lasts past September, then it's something that can lead to something more long term. But in the meantime, simply enjoy it. Don't work hard at it. Don't not work hard at it. Just be who you are from the heart. And it's the heart energy that seems to be powerful this week for anybody who's asking about the opposite sex. Do it from the heart rather than from the ego. Because if you try to impress people, they're going to see through it. But if you just do it honestly and from the heart, they will also see it. Basically, what I'm saying is you dancing and twirling and laughing and having a good time. So at this point, would probably be and if you're in a relationship, but it's not, you only date him, then you're probably going to meet somebody new. If you are in a relationship or a tentative relationship, treat it like it's brand new. Okay? Treat it like you just met the guy and he's still real cool to know. Because this is the energy of first time meeting, his first time having fun, first time learning about things. So, again, rambling. My apologies.
I'm not there to speed things along, eh, Mom?
Yep. I just need a little bit more help.
The next one comes from AA, and they ask, "I would like to know about my recovery / healing."
AA?
AA, the letter AA.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Just wondering where it was.
It's back at like 751.
Okay, I'll never find it.
Yeah, just do the readings.
Yeah, no, I just thought maybe if I read it, I could get a different energy off of it. So, okay, a little bit of honesty here. I feel a little bit of fear on your part that you cannot maintain what you're doing. But what I feel is, yes, you can. And the more honest you are with yourself, and that's an extremely hard thing to do when you're not used to it. The more honest you are with yourself, and the more you accept outside support. Right now, outside support, reaching out and having a goal, you're healing. You will get over this period where you have that can I or can't I energy. You do have a great deal of support. And if you're following me, you know about Reiki energy, you know about biofield energy, you know about clearing energy. And if you don't, then honestly, message me and I will fill you in on a few things. These things will help a great deal. So I do not see you falling backwards. I see you healing. Put one foot in front of the other. Do not expect it to happen overnight, but know that the core of you is powerful, and call upon the core of you. The core of you is the one that talks to your oversoul, and that oversoul wants what you want. So you talk to your oversoul and say, "This is exactly what I want." And I do see that you're not 100% sure that this is what you want. Again, that's where you want to be honest with yourself. Truthfully, you have it going on. You can make it work, but you don't make it work. You allow it into your life, and you have a lot of potential, a lot of power, and it is the power that you are afraid of. That if you accept that you are a powerful individual, and it's not to be feared, you will do much better. I see you surrounded by a lot of people who care. Some people are very afraid. People who are very close to you and love you are very afraid, but they don't honestly know you the way you know yourself. So you can do this. You're fine. Okay?
The next question comes from Debbie. She asks, is Colette still in a relationship with the father of her daughter? If so, is she happy?
I don't think they're in a real she doesn't appear to be in a relationship that is actually including physical relations. There is, yes, a relationship because of the child is the father of their daughter. She's not unhappy. She has very low expectations of what to expect in life. At this point in time, she's not willing. She's not really in a rush to reach out and try anything else, simply because the child is taking up most of her attention. It could be come September, things will shift again. But this summer, her plans appear to be to spend the time mostly with the child and make it a good, fun summer. And that will include time with the father of the child. Again, it doesn't appear to be a deep relationship, but at this point they are comfortable with each other. They're comfortable in what they have chosen to create. Again, come September, it will be a different answer. Okay.
Nancy Pagosi asks, is there any messages for me, Nancy?
Okay, one of your guides is a bit like a mom energy, and or grandmother. I'm not sure which. The energy's like that, and she's sitting there and she's whispering in your ear and she's telling you all the things you need to do and not do, and if you did half of what this guide suggests you do, you'd be running with your hair straight back. So don't all the ideas and thoughts you have, you don't have to act on every single one of them. Hang on. Okay, one of the things that I'm seeing for you is that you take time and space and build yourself an altar a calm altar with beeswax candles, and surround it with that which you love. Could it be crystals or whatever? I'm not sure. But the only thing I see for sure is a beeswax candle and a book. So if for you, being in heaven is a calm, quiet place with a book to read, then do that. But make it into a bit of a ceremony. The most important thing is that you slow down. So with your guide as anything to go by, you are on full force speed, and really, the fastest way to get any place is to go slowly. Top speed, it just is you miss too much. Take time, study, relax, breathe, and allow your shoulder muscles to relax. Take them from here and bring them down to here, over and over again. And also, there's somebody, and I can't tell you whether it's male or female, but somebody is coming into your life that is going to be important, not necessarily a love connection, but a connection that will make you sit up and go, wow, this is so cool. I think you'll find that worthwhile. Good luck.
The next question comes from Shine Bright, and they ask, how will I meet my new love?
Hi, Shine Bright. Again, you're not going to be expecting it, and with you start looking for it, you won't find it. But it's going to be, again, it's going to be something that you just meet. And it could be that you're both doing the same thing. You both have the same interests. It will obviously be out and about. It won't be on the computer. Though a lot of people meet people on the computer, but this one appears to be out. So you're going to have to go out. Go out and have coffee. Go out, take a course. Summer course sounds really bad, unless it's a course on weaving or some fun thing like that. Though, yeah, men can weave. There's a lot of male weavers in the world, or if that's what you're interested in. But go out and do things, and just live your life to the fullest. If you live your life waiting for something to happen, you're going to spend a lot more time waiting than doing. And you want to be able to do. You want to be able to do and build memories. So when you meet this person, it will be a memory you can share down the generations, because you will be doing something fun. All right. And it will be a little bit comical when you meet. That's about the best I can promise you. All right. It seems to be a meandering day today. I apologize, people.
Gwenenka Westbrooks asks, any blessings coming my way?
Well, the image that I got was a huge shower of energy coming your way. So spirit or or whomever, whatever you call it, is sending you a big wad of fresh energy. What does that mean? Usually it means that you've let go of a lot of stuff and you're moving up a step. And I do feel that your energy is shifting and changing from when we first initially started to see you on on, and it's changed a great deal. So when you say blessings, you're probably talking about physical blessings, but the spiritual blessings come first, then comes the physical blessings. And I'm not sure why I would get strawberries, but something to do with strawberries. Strawberries, whipped cream, and cake. Sounds pretty good to me, but not everybody likes them. But it's the strawberry ice cream, whipped cream and cake is a metaphor for what is coming in. It is not the literal strawberry and ice cream. So whatever strawberries and ice cream mean to you emotionally, look forward to that energy. And to me, it's a very positive energy, but hopefully it is a very positive energy for you too. Usually it means springtime to me, and lots of fun activities. The energy is lightening up around you. So if you feel like you can fly, well, don't literally try to fly, but metaphorically soar. Because it's really, like I say, you're going to be showered by energy. It's beautiful. Good luck.
Our next question comes from Courtney Milan. She asks, "Do you see the police watching me?"
Courtney?
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say this, but somebody is out there watching you. I don't see a police car or uniforms. I see plain clothes. Could be plain clothes. And it's sort of I don't want to be seen feeling. And then so yeah, I would say yes, that you are under observation. Whatever you do for the next 6 weeks to 2-3 months, make sure you do everything above board. Don't cross the road against the light. Even just make sure that you spend time with the right people. uh, be so perfect that they get bored. That's about the best thing I can say. um, if you're working, I'm not sure, but if you're not working, look for a job. Any job, doesn't matter what it is. It could be an ice cream parlor clerk. Just something that takes you out and about and is obviously above board. All right? Good luck on that one.
Bronnie Myers asks, "I know me again. Will my surgery go well?"
So you're showing me after the surgery, you're lifting up, and you say, "Look how good it is." So I think you're fine, hon. And are you on my Wisdom Seekers group? If you are, go on there and ask for energy. We have some hugely powerful people who will send energy. I had knee surgery 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. It went swimmingly. I had so little trouble that I'm sorry. I got to answer this. It was great. Just try that. Hello, I'm on YouTube. Okay, bye. Sorry, my other daughter never remembers what I'm doing, but I always have to answer just in case there's something that's gone wrong. No, things are going to go beautifully, and ask for energy. I know. I know that everybody from like Aaron and I have already sent energy for you, and but yeah, it will be beautiful.
Our next question comes from Wouter Duprez. He says, "Good morning. Second time tuning in from South Africa.
Hi, Walter.
Glad to be part of the live chat. Any messages for me?"
I've never been to South Africa, but most of our doctors here in the town we live in are South African, and they're all really, really good. Okay. This is a bit weird for a public forum. What I'm getting is that there is some energy surrounding you that is hindering you moving forward. It's not your energy, it's some energy that was placed there. Simple to get rid of, honestly. But it has stopped you often from achieving, just getting to that last step, getting that last little bit going for you. Okay. So it's not a big thing. It's not even deeply attached to you. If you could probably get rid of it yourself by doing whatever you do to purify your energy. And with your on here, you probably do something, like smudge yourself or something like that, or prayers, or even pull in the white light around yourself, put it from the center out and push, and you'll find. And if you know people who do Reiki, sorry, he's very high strung tonight. If you have somebody who does Reiki or anything like that, or any form of energy, get them to help you. But once you've done that, pat down your aura so that there are no holes in it. Okay, just saying.
Tulliver Jones.
Dogs, am I right?
Yeah. So just yeah. And if you can't do this yourself, Elijah Keating on Messenger, message me. I know how to do things like this. Simple, easy peasy.
Our next question comes from Gabriela Almamia. She asks, "Do you see Mary leaving with her mother?"
Do I what?
Do you see Mary leaving with her mother?
This is probably not what you want to hear, but I do. I don't see Mary happy about the event. I see her leaning back, looking back over her shoulder, not wanting to go. It might only be for a couple of weeks, but then it could be a lot longer. That decision hasn't been made whether it will be long or short term. And I do know Mary does not want to go. That's probably not what you would want to hear, and I wish there was another answer to that. And maybe there will be in the future. So ask again in the future.
Victoria Ostapova asks, Can you see a romantic male partner in my future? Thank you very much.
Romantic, I'm not sure that would be the word for it, but yes, there is somebody there. It looks almost like a business partnership with romantic overtones. But when it comes to true romance, like wining and dining and flowers, probably not so much. This energy is more down to earth and kind of well, he's very solid, let's put it that way. It's not that not the person isn't bad or anything. It's just a little, well, I don't see the use for that sort of thing, you know. So if that's not what you want, say, no, I think I'll wait for the next one, because there is always a next one.
The next question comes from MSH. They say, Namaste. I have big feelings about big money coming to me. I just don't know when they'll show. Am I right?
I see it too, but again, I don't see the when either. It has to do with some internal dialogue that you have. Part of it is you're thinking about big money coming to you in the future. You're not using the big money is here. You need to do it in the present tense, because the superconscious, subconscious does not understand future and past. They don't live in the future and past. They only live in the now. So if you say it's coming in the future, it will always be coming, but in the future. I do get, yes, it will. It's here. It's not here. So change your wording and see what happens.
Our next question comes from Yasmin Fox.
Hi, Yasmin.
She says, hi, I need advice regarding college. Thanks. Oh, Tully.
No, it's not.
Lily.
Move.
She's our loudest nook.
Yeah. Did we get Mimi?
Yeah, we got her earlier in the chat if she wants to.
Oh no, okay. I just I didn't realize that. I thought you said a different name.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay.
M-E.
Okay. Give me the name again. I missed it.
Yasmin Fox.
Okay.
She wants advice about college.
Okay. So I feel that you're excited and you're fearful, which is normal. Your common sense and your parents say choose this one. Your heart says choose this one. And if this is your first year, take a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one, and take because the first year you have to take A, B, C, and D anyhow. But so keep your options open. I suspect you're going to go with plan B, but you don't need to make up your mind till second year, because first year you always have to take certain ones, and that basically fills up your card. But the one you're going to want to follow is your passion, and it may feel frivolous to people, but that is the one that's going to get you furthest in life. It may not be the easiest path, but in the long run, by the time you're 35, in the long run, that one will be the one that will pay off dividends. So follow your passion. But until the second year, or even the third year, follow what the logic says to do, just so you have that option open for you, because you can always switch to your passion later. Make sure you take courses that will allow you to switch to your passion. So, for instance, my middle daughter always didn't do her math, so now she's upgrading so she can become a chemical engineer. She didn't follow her passion, and that made the huge difference, If she'd followed her passion back when she was a teenager or just starting out in school, she would already be that chemical engineer. So don't take courses that are beneath you. Take courses at the level, maybe even a bit harder.
Our next question is a repeat questioner from Angela Preston with a $15 super chat.
Oh, thank you.
She asks, I have a second question when everyone is done, if possible. Just wondering if Terry has been thinking of reconciling. If you are tired, that is okay. I will catch you next time.
You know what? I'm just thinking she's paid so much that it's almost enough for a written reading. Why don't you send me a message with your question, and I will write it out for you and send it to you.
Facebook is always better if you are trying to reach out, but there's also the choice of emailing if you don't have Facebook.
Yeah, that's true.
Just that out there.
Or Skype even. With Skype, yeah. But with you paying that kind of money, you deserve a written reading. Okay, so write out your question, send it to me.
Okay. In between time, we have.
Make sure she gets the information.
Yeah, I will put it down while you're answering this next question.
All right.
From Anjali. I've been pronouncing your name wrong, and I super apologize. She asks, hi, last week when I asked you what is coming my way, you said something nice that will change my life upside down, or turn my life upside down. Since then, I am restless. Do you know what's coming my way? Is it love, work, or something else?
Whatever it is, it feels light and it feels really positive. And again, I'm pretty certain I said it's something you totally don't expect. So I'm going to add on to that. When it happens in one area, it generally happens all across the areas. First, it's going to start out with something shifting in your work. And it could be simply that this person walks into the job, into where you're working, and starts begins to work there as well. And it's somebody who's just sort of like, wow, he makes the whole world feel really nice. So it might be work, it might be a relationship, but it will uplift you completely. I do feel, though, that it starts in the work area. Do you have kids around you, Elle?
Nope. They're all in bed.
Wow. And so I'm sorry, I can't get it any closer than that, but it does feel like you're going to be dancing on air. So instead of being antsy about it, this is a good chance to breathe deep and to ground yourself, because by being up and bouncy like that, you're going to slow yourself from it coming in. It literally, being off balance slows forward energy movement. So ground yourself, walk barefoot, breathe deep, imagine you're a tree that grow roots, and then the energy, clean energy, comes up, and just make sure you're grounded. And the clearer your energy is, the faster this is going to happen, and you're going to feel, I just feel you feeling giddy, like a 15-year-old, or when they meet their first crush. It's going to be fun. Okay, sweetie.
Excuse me. Our next question comes from Kathy Reese. She says, "Hello, I am taking an art and sociology class that just started today. How will this semester go?"
Art and sociology are
Yes.
2 classes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sociology was one of the most interesting classes I ever took. And art is always extremely interesting. You're going to be fascinated by both subjects for different reasons and in different ways. I can see you with the sociology just sitting there going, "Oh, really? Oh my gosh." And when you're passionate about something, you remember it, you retain it. Let me check the teacher and see what kind of test they give. The teacher gives tests that are a little bit sneaky. So you want to think outside of the box when you take a test. But this is so interesting that you understand the sneaky. So I don't see any problem. I think you'll be quite pleased with your grade. Our art class. Art class is fun. And you meet people in the art class that have like mind. Don't forget to do art, do the work, because it might be just a little too much fun. But your grade level in there, it should be fine as well.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah, I was just going to say that you're going to do fine on your finals too. You do have to study, of course, but you will have fun.
Darn, hey.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from Y, like the letter Y.
Mm-hmm.
They say, "Hello. What do you see with me and my love, Capricorn? Thank you so much."
Well, I happen to know Capricorns quite intimately.
Not by person, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Capricorns can be stubborn, obtuse,
Yes,
and downright caring. But I also know that with you make a wrong move, they put their heels in and they don't think logically. but basically they're good people. Your Capricorn is kind of drifting in neutral at the moment. It's not committed or not on. He's not committed. He's not committed. The energies as such. He is leaning more towards making considering it serious, whether that person will reach out and say, hey, let's make a commitment, or just assume that that's what you're supposed to do. I would go with the assumption myself that they will just assume that you're supposed to know this stuff. So communication is really paramount with this person, but it has to be not sneaky and not underhanded, but low key. It's sort of like you don't make it a priority. You throw it in a question in with coffee, then you wait a day or two, throw another question in when you're taking a break from something. Don't make it a priority. Don't make it like we have to sit down and have a conversation, because that kind of freaks that person out. But if you ask a question here and a question there, and you space it out, be patient, then that person will have time to grow accustomed to the idea and come to like the idea. I hope that makes sense. Apologize if it doesn't. We're pretty much up on over an hour, right?
Yeah, we are. We just have more than a couple more questions. So
okay, let's do them then.
All right. So no more. We won't be accepting any more questions after we're done the list we have now.
And it's late where we are.
Yeah.
My daughter has to get up at 5 a.m. with my grandkids.
It's because they don't sleep. Anyways, Jin Singh from the UK says, do you see a romantic partner coming into my life this year?
So the song that came into my mind, I could have danced, and I won't sing it because of copyrights, but all night I could have whatever, if you know that song, that's a very romantic song. And it's really bad you can't, because sometimes I get these metaphors, and it would help if I could say the whole song. But yeah, I see you being light as air and happy and full of being very, 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 very happy. That's an old musical. I don't remember when it's from. But it is one that where the person met somebody and they instantly was a connection. So I would assume that you're going to meet somebody and there will be an instant connection for you.
Our next question comes from Nicole Hamu. She says, hi, do you see Robert Hennessy and myself being together at all, and does he have feelings for me?
Scorpio and Taurus.
Yes.
Interesting combination. kind of think he does have feelings for you. And I'm going to probably suspect he's probably get it all wrong. But yeah, he feels very much like he does have feelings for you. Again, walk on tiptoes around this person. He has it's a very hairstring, not temper, but he chooses fast without thinking things through. And if he chooses to go one way, he will walk away. So this one you want to walk very carefully around. At this moment, he does have a strong sense of energy for you. But he has been burned. That person has been burned before. And if they feel the slightest bit of unacceptance, non-acceptance, they're going to fly until they get to know you really clearly and really strongly, in the sense that you're wanting that person to. So you're going to have to be the grounded one until you get to know each other well. And honestly, Scorpio and Taurus, it can be fire and oil, or it can be earth and earth and whatever. You could work really well together, or you can get it and explode. But until you get to know each other very well, you walk very carefully around this person and make sure it's exactly what you want. Just because people have an instant attraction doesn't necessarily mean it's the best for you. I don't get a negative energy from this person or from you. In fact, you both feel really nice. It's just that sometimes love is just not enough. So make sure you know this person very well first. All right. Okay.
Divine Tarot Empress, or Divine Empress Tarot asks, what's going to be my source of income?
So I'm not sure what it is. All I see is that there's an energy that's coming towards you, that is already attached to you, that is pulling you towards this place, which will be your source of income. I do feel it may be unexpected or out of your previous ways of earning money. And you're going to go back and go, what? For a minute, but it's also going to give you enough money to be satisfying. The energy that's coming your way is bright pink. If that brings any color, anything to your mind that it might help. I do feel that you're going to be working with others, and it's a team effort. And it does appear to be some form of a team, probably some form of sales. What kind of sales? I'm not 100% sure. It could be I don't know. It could be artwork, it could be beauty products, but it is something that is predominantly female energy about it. Could even be clothing that is designed and sold strictly online. I cannot tell you. I just know that there is something there, and it will bring in sufficient money to make you so that you're happy. You also seem to really enjoy what you're doing, but what it is exactly, I don't get. You know, I mean, your name is Tarot, Empress Tarot. Maybe you will start selling tarot readings, but that's a long journey. This is happening a little faster.
Danielle Marie 361 with a $2 super chat says, "Does my love interest know that we are twin flames?"
What? This is basically what he says. What? What are twin flames? So yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the shock. There was a bit of a shock energy about it, so it had never crossed that person's mind that they could be twin flames. But you know, that's not really the question that you really want to ask. The question you really want to ask is it a good relationship? And he finds you fascinating, humorous, a little quirky, and he's drawn to the quirky. You make him feel good. You make him smile, and that's far more important than whether you're a twin flame or anything like that. To be honest, if you can build a good relationship, doesn't matter if he's Joe from Timbuktu and never heard of twin flames and doesn't care about twin flames, to the most highly spiritual person in the face of the earth. It's whether you deal well with each other. And I do feel that the two of you can deal well with each other. At least he's certainly willing to explore.
Our next question comes from Siri S. She asks, "May I know what are A's current feelings towards me? We are not in touch."
Okay, can let me answer me first,
Okay.
because she asked another question.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, working for what was it, an Andrea? She, it's just, I just happened to see it down here. Working for Andrea, it's always going to be high strung. It's always going to be exciting. But another company would give you more solid grounding and less stress at night. You go home and you leave your job at work, and you don't come home and go think. So it's a decision up to, I would say that would be up to you, right? Whether you want a comfortable job where you can live a life outside of work, or you want to be in a passionate job relationship. Personally, it's heart ulcers or fun weekends to yourself. Make it, I think, would be the way to phrase it. Okay, can I have that again?
Yeah. Siri S asks, "May I know what are A's current feelings towards me?"
Is that the one that said they haven't been in contact for a while?
Yeah, we are not in touch.
Memories are actually quite fond memories. I suspect there was a bit of firecrackers at a certain point. The intensity of his emotions is not super powerful. If he saw you, he'd be pleased to see you. I mean, his heart would go, "Oh, hi! I really that I haven't seen you for a long time. I've kind of missed you." But if he doesn't see you, he's not going to go, I should go look her up. He doesn't think that way. It's not because you're not worth it. It's simply he's kind of lets the world guide his approach to life. He does not appear to have another strong love interest in his life. He might be dating, but it's nothing and anybody that he cares deeply about. Until this person comes back into your life, don't forget to live your life fully. Don't say no to any opportunities that come your way. Okay.
Our next question comes from Angela Jacobs. She asks, "What is going on with my ex?"
And I am getting to the place where I'm tired, so my answers I'm not 100% trusting my answers so just take that into consideration, please. So your ex appears to be a little cranky. It's almost like he's dancing in place. It's like he's walking on hot coals and his feet are burning. The energy around him is not, around his heart energy is not very positive. If you're thinking of reconciling right now, it would not be a good time. If you're on the outs with him, try to keep a really low profile, because he feels like he would reach out and snap at anybody right now indiscriminately. I'm not sure what the problem is. He's just simply not a happy camper. Yeah. And if you're not close to him at this moment in time, for at least a short time, maybe 2-3 weeks, don't be close to him. There could be a bit of fallout from whatever is causing him to be cranky.
So I'm going to pose this question to you, Mom. We've been basically going for about an hour and a half. Are you up to finishing the line of questioning, or did you want to just call it quits?
How many more are there?
2, 3, 4.
Because my answers, I'm not sure they're good answers anymore.
Well, it does sound like you are fading energetically, and your voice sounds tired than it was when we first started.
Yeah. I would love to answer them, but if I'm going to answer them, I want to give you the right answers. We will be on next week again, Monday, probably a little earlier than we are today. It's just because of circumstances that we couldn't be on earlier, like my daughter babysitting in another city.
Yeah.
Uh,
And but at the moment I count.
Also on Wisdom Seekers Facebook page on Saturday, we will have, I'm not sure, Saturday or Sunday exactly when, I don't know. We will be having an interactive. So you can also ask your questions there, not with me, I don't think, unless my one of my readers isn't there to take over. We will have an ad up by Thursday or Friday, which will say interactive. You can always go ask your questions there, and my readers give really good answers. So we have every weekend, we have one interactive. This last weekend was Erin, who's a medium. So if you have questions from people who have passed over, she's fabulous. Another lady, she's not a medium, will not answer those particular kinds of questions, but her answers are always very accurate. Some of them are written, some of them are live like this. It depends on the person. Okay, so check us out. There are a lot of things happening on this Wisdom Seekers Facebook page, and it has
it still has you.
It has a phoenix, and it has me going like this.
Yeah.
So, but it has this phoenix on it.
Also, we have a live interview on that same page
tomorrow
with Betty Jo.
Yeah, no, tomorrow we have Kristen, and she's going to be talking about building your own business from scratch and small entrepreneur. She knows her stuff. I mean, she's built her own business, and that's exactly what they're working on right now, it turns out. And on the 12th we have Joanne. Her name's actually Joanne, not Betty.
Oh, okay.
And she does Akashic records. She's going to be talking about her business. She doesn't work for me, but she's a very interesting lady, extremely knowledgeable. And then on the weekend again, we will have a interactive.
There are ads out already today, Jeanette Preston. They are on the Wisdom Seekers page, link in the description,
and the group
as well as on the group, also linked in the description.
I wanted to message you, Janet, about Kristen. I thought it will be tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time. So
you'll not be hearing my voice.
No, you will just be hearing mine and Kristen's. And so I thought of you specifically, but I don't. When I went to look for your page, I don't have your address. So people come and check us out. We have a lot of things going on. We have last week we did an interview with it's called Chit Chat with Elizabeth, and she talked all about Atlantis and a whole bunch of other things. And it's so interesting. And then if you go back 2 weeks or before that, we talked about demons. Demons? We talked about the Fae. We talked about zombies. We talked about vampires, but not Hollywood, the real ones. So, and that was fascinating too. And then with Erin, we talk about what it's like, life between lives, or what happens when a baby passes away early, or what it's like to die and go to the other side. So we have a lot of really cool information. It's worth going in and checking us out because, like I say, we're a really powerful group of people, and we're between us all, we've got like hundreds of years of experience. Okay, so yeah.
So yeah, it's been 90 minutes.
Oh yeah, I have to go. My brain is
Tired.
yeah. And thank you so much. And I apologize for the people I didn't get to. Please come next week. We'll try and be a little earlier. Pacific time, hopefully 6 o'clock, which is Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Canadian time. So okay. Yeah. All right. So namaste, namasko.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. And we're out.